on over to segment 3, the top 5 family destinations.
Yes. Okay, so everyone's going to probably know this first one. Okay?
Orlando. All right. So, yeah, Orlando's great. I also like to share that we love Orlando. It's not just for kids. So I think that is really cool. I also want to point this out. Everyone just seems to focus on Orlando, but in 1 hour in each direction, whether you go west or east, you have the Kennedy Space Center, which is phenomenal if you've never gone, especially being educational, and you may want to plan your trip around a little rocket launch, or
you might see Katy Perry.
I forgot about that. And then if you go west from Orlando, you head on over to Tampa and you have Busch Gardens. So these are just a great theme parks. So I just think that they're great for family, for everybody. All multi-generational. So
I love going to Orlando because I feel like a kid.
It's fun.
Yeah, I feel like a kid again.
Really
so the
cool.
next one is, I think, one of our personal favorites, Costa Rica.
Yes. So we did a family trip for Costa Rica. Our children still talk about it. Our youngest was about 8 and the middle one was 12. It was in the midst of the pandemic.
Yeah.
We went there. We had gone there previously. It's amazing. We went our whole entire trip. When we went, we could not stop talking about how we could not wait to bring the kids back. So we did. And we went because it was pre-pandemic. Everything's outside. We had the best time. Our little one has not stopped talking about it. So she was at that perfect age. We should put the picture of her there by the volcano. Yeah. And she's not stopped talking about the trip. But what was wonderful, there's surfing lessons. You can do cooking, not to mention nocturnal, a tour that we got to see.
In the like jungle, like rainforest.
In the rainforest. It was raining, and so we had to put in our gear, and we went with this guy. It was like our own tour. It was so cool. We got to see tarantulas, bats, as well as toucans.
And he did native calls. Like
he did. That's right.
He did like some weird native calls.
Did that, but he did do that. Some other stuff, not that. And it was just great. It was just sloths. I mean, and we got to do all different parts of Costa Rica. So I think for every age, that's definitely a great multi-generational.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
We hiked.
And not only it's affordable.
The food is great.
The people are just phenomenal. Like, I love it. I love Costa Rica. Next one is Tokyo.
Yes. So this is a big trip that we are planning for our children. Not to mention it's one of the safest places to go.
And cleanest.
Clean food. There's so much to do. But it just says Tokyo, but I think all of Japan. I don't want to just specifically say Tokyo because there's Kyoto and all sorts of places that...
Yeah, and I want to do my samurai training in Japan. So that's multi-generational. No? Okay, so next one is London, England. Come on, Poppy. Tell me about London.
So if your kids are like our kids and they love New York, I think London is the place to go. I love London. So you have your Broadway shows just like you have over in New York. But what makes this place even more amazing is that now with the amazing Harry Potter, you get to do all these different tours. So that's pretty cool. So you have the studio and you can actually venture out of London and see the different places that they filmed. Not to mention, it is walkable, the food, which is a great, amazing Indian food, and museums. So I love London.
And it's regal, so
it's easy to get to. There's a lot of direct flights from the U.S. headed over to London. So that's a great place to go.
I'm going to throw in a little myth here. Everybody thinks London is extremely expensive.
Well, it is if you're not from Miami.
Well, if you're from New York, Miami, or maybe Los Angeles... It's
the same price.
It's about the same. So, it depends where you're at. Now, if you're more like in,
the Midwest.
The Midwest or Georgia or Texas where, you guys actually have a great, cost of living, it could be expensive. But if you're in a major metropolitan like East Coast and West Coast city,
it's the same price.
It's the same price.
Yes.
So it's not that bad. And then last but not least, this is our definitely bucket list.
Well, mine for sure.
Yeah, well, whatever's yours is mine. And vice versa.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah.
So Banff, Canada. So I've been dying to get there. Lots of hiking, beautiful, picturesque. They have winter sports, but not just winter. I do suggest to go during the fall as well. So I'm dying to get there. So I can see if your kids are adventurous like ours, that's a great place to go.
All right. So you have some stats. I know that.
I do.
From your notes. Okay.
All right.
And I'll throw a tip. How about that? You throw a stat, I throw a tip.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So hit us up.
All right. 72% of parents are now Praetor.
So back to the Camus wine. Fantastic.
Prioritize educational value when choosing.
You want to repeat that again?
Okay.
It's a little scattered.
72% of parents Praetor.
Praetor. They Praetor.
72% of parents make sure that their trip is educational.
So you're prioritizing when you make sure, right?
Yes.
So 72% of parents prioritize
educational value when choosing destinations. So I think that's wonderful, especially because I'm a teacher and I think it's great. And you want your kids to learn something when they're there, especially if you're pulling them out of school. Yeah. So I think it's great that that parents do that. So kudos. I want that number to be even higher.
Yes.
3 in 4 travelers.
Okay, so I won't throw a tip. So you just finish
no,
the stats.
do your tip.
Finish
do
the
your tip.
stats.
Oh my gosh.
Finish the stats.
Do your tip. I don't have your notes.
Okay, you know what? How about this?
Go, give me the tip.
You know what? It's better if you just finish with the stats.
3 in 4 travelers say they want nature-focused getaways. I have to say,
oh my gosh.
I think after the pandemic, everybody was all about the nature.
Agreed.
And then this one I love. It's the multi-generational travel is up 60% post-pandemic. So I have to agree with this. We really started traveling, especially with our in-laws, after the pandemic. I think a lot of people lost sight of what was important and really being stuck inside their house and having this world out there that we're not seeing, I think really scared people. So I think it's great. So get your parents and if you're
kids
and grandkids and get them out there and travel all together. I think that's great. Not to mention, I like to say, if you're doing a multi-generational trip and the grandparents don't feel like going out that night, you leave the children home with the grandparents as your two just kind of escape.
Yeah.
So great.
That's a great tip.
Cheap, babysitter.
I concur. So there you go. Segment 3 in the books.
Yep.
Thank you for that and
You're
for your
welcome.
tips that I didn't have on my notes.